Hello, fellow human! Welcome back to another Dank Doggo rSlash IDontWorkHereLady! We have 3 stories in total for you guys today. The first story is posted by u/slash Mizerlu95 with the title of Lady Breaks Social Distancing because she assumes I work there. I, male, just about 17, was at a giant eagle with my dad just now. In my state, masks are required in public, as is a minimum of 6 feet distance, and yes, I followed all rules. My father was ringing up our groceries and was bagging them, so there was enough distance between us that I guess to this Karen, it looked like I worked there. But it should be noted that I was wearing a Jaws shirt, a literal swim trunks, nothing even close to resembling a uniform. So I'm bagging up the goods and I hear someone say something behind me, but the voice is way too close. I turn around and there is a middle-aged Karen, a mere 1 foot away from me, if that, but she's wearing a mask, looking right into my eyes. I freeze for a second because being autistic and having social anxiety, eye contact is a big no-no for me, so I quickly look away. I'm confused, so I say, "What?" Not with the attitude or anything, just pure confusion. Karen huffs and rolls her eyes and snaps. "Oh my god," I said, "where is insert product here?" It hits me that she thinks I work there. Now, like I said, I'm in fight or flight mode, so I can't really formulate a response. I happened to watch Impractical Jokers, the movie, last night, so the first thing that comes to my mind is, up your butt and to the left. So I say it. Not with attitude, I just sort of simply state it. Karen gasps, says something along the lines of, "How dare you?" and storms away. Luckily, my dad got a good laugh out of it and isn't mad at all, as the lady did act very out of line. Side note, I definitely recommended the Impractical Jokers movie. Funny stuff, smiley face. Well, this is unusual method that he used, no need for argument or anything, saves everybody's time. On to the second story written by u/slash Shell Switch. Mistaken for a caterer at my own wedding party. My wedding party was very informal. We wore sports jerseys. A lot of family and friends of family came, including a batch of people that I didn't even know. Which got a little weird because we still only personally invited everyone and told everyone to let us know if they have a +1 and it would be fine for us to invite them. This is so we could track catering expenses and space concerns. It was a rough day, and I was very limited in support and was taking care of most setup and issues myself in a party of roughly 80 people. It felt more like work than a party. The time finally came where I could rest when issues were taken care of about halfway through the party. The sun was beginning to set. I sat down in the corner and wiped the sweat off my face and looked over at the food. Everyone had eaten except me, so I was ready to finally dive into the food I paid for. Some woman I'd never met in her late 20s asked me to bring her a plate for her kids. Me, "I'm sorry, ma'am. I want to bring some stuff for my wife and started eating myself." Lady, "Oh, caterers can bring their families to events like this?" Me, somewhat confused at her response. "The caterers here are a family business, so sort of." Lady, "Isn't it inappropriate for you to eat food someone else paid for?" Me, confused even further, but giving a chuckle. "I paid for it. I'm sorry, who did you come here with?" Lady, "Oh really? You must be a party planner. Are you a friend of the groom's? I was invited by the groom. I'm F." Me, chuckling again. No, I'm the groom." Lady, "Oh, I'm sorry. How embarrassing. You are the groom. Hey, nice to meet you." Me, I sent invitation by name, but we also requested feedback for plus invitations. I don't believe I sent you an invitation. I think everyone invited more people than we initially wanted. Lady, oh, am I and my kids okay to be here? I'm actually sister's friend's friend. They said it was okay. Me, oh yes, that would be perfectly fine. We have much more food than I had thought. It won't be an issue. Nice to meet you. I came to the table with my wife and her grandmother and we finally ate. My wife to me, damn girl, you flirting with all the ladies at our wedding party or what? I know that a +1 of a +1 that was uninvited is generally uncool, but there was no need to stress it. Everyone had a good time and there was actually too much food. It was quite inconsiderate for Obi's sister for letting some strangers come into her brother's wedding like that, but luckily enough, they had enough food for everybody. On to the final story shared by Flex2019. First time Reddit poster here. I don't know if this counts, but oh well, buckle down for a long explanation. Some background. I'm a plumber and I'm only 18. I went to a trade school for high school and came out with a full-time job as an apprentice. This happened about 5 months ago and has had me screwed up ever since. I was working in a 4-story building inside the city and there's only one elevator, which we weren't allowed to use because of the companies that work in the building itself, and the only one spiral square staircase needed for later. My journeyman and I were wrapping up our day and packing up everything. As the younger guy, I was sweeping and taking loads back down to the truck to get ready and leave. And one of my last trips, I was only taking a trash bag and a few of the hand tools I hadn't grabbed yet. I'm in my normal work clothes, but my boss isn't strict about wearing company's clothing, so I'm only wearing my Dickies pants and beat-up sweatshirts with no labels. I start walking down the stairs with the trash from the 4th floor to the bottom when a worker, networking/caller helpline company from the 3rd floor, walked out with a trash bag. I briefly walked past, just finishing my day, when she scoffed at me. Me, being the kid I am, turned around and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. I didn't mean to bump into you," and continued down, and then she said, "Here, take this crap, I got a call I need to get on." I said that I was sorry and I didn't work for the building and it's not my job to take it. So she then exclaims, "You dress as a janitor, my son is one too, you dress just like him. He has the same tools on him all day." I tried to tell her that I didn't and that I'm a plumber working above her on the 4th. In retrospect, yes, I could have taken it, but there wasn't one of those giant trash bins to put trash in, so we had to take it back to the shop to dispose of, and we didn't have much room for more in the van. I start to get annoyed, but I just remembered that I need to take breaths and walk away. I start walking down the stairs when she grabbed the back of my hoodie and yanked it. I spun around like, what the hell? And she slammed the back into my stomach, sending me stumbling down the stairs. This is when one of her coworkers comes out cause of commotion and she starts fake crying, saying that I sexually harassed her and that she shoved me down the stairs in an attempt to save herself. I tried to say something getting up, but the guy was on the phone with the cops already, and he took her away to calm her down. I started to get so mad at this woman, but my coworkers came to me and said everything would be fine. This is when the biggest blessings ever occurred. My buddy loved to mess with me. He'd take videos of me working or being oblivious and he'd throw like coins at me to be funny or dump water on me just as a joke to lighten the day up a bit. Well, he recorded an interaction that the lady never knew he was there. Reason why spiral staircase was important. By the time he made sure I was alright, the cops were there for like 10 minutes after the whole things went down. They talk to the woman and they take her sides of things at first. They starts questioning me in the stairwells and my buddy, he witnesses it and had a video. He began to show the video to the cops of literally everything. From the moment I began downstairs and past this lady to her shoving me down the stairs, he talks to her and from the second he said there was a video, she turned ghost white. They took her downstairs to the cruisers and the cop came back to me asking if I needed assistance or ambulance, as I had gash on my elbow when I stumped down, but I was totally okay though, just in a complete shock. He also asked if I wanted to press charges and I said I would. In the following time since this happened, I've taken her to court. She's been charged and is serving time for assault and battery and another thing I don't recall. What's important to know, as I'm realizing now, is that there were no cameras in stairwell. I would have been screwed. Absolutely screwed. It was a huge reality check for myself. I could be sitting in jail serving time for something I didn't do at this very moment. It could have ruined my life, to be quite honest. Luckily, my buddy was there, and ever since then, I have never complained once about him messing around with me. Shortly after this, the building installed new cameras everywhere. Being 5 months later, my parents have been awesome in teaching me about all this stuff, especially since I'm a man and it can get very scary with accusation like that. They believed me, and I've always been raised by them to treat women right, and I'm the kid who wouldn't hurt a fly. TLDR, woman thought I was a janitor and slammed a trash bag in my stomach and told the cops I sexually assaulted her. Wow, as a man, I'm really mad to hear that people could just make false claims like that as if it's nothing. And if there was no video footage, the cops automatically side with the woman. And Opie could have been sitting in jail right now, let alone writing Reddit posts. Great ending, justice is served. That's it for today, fellow humans. Thanks for watching. Dank Doggo appreciates your time. If you enjoy our content, want to see more of us, stay tuned and subscribe. Don't forget to smash that like button and ring the bell, or Doggo will cry. Also, you can always tell us, your friendly neighborhood doggo, your experiences in the comment section. I'll catch up with you guys later in the next video.